Hi, I'm Brent Johnson, and today I'm at the Catholic community of St. Ignatius in Baltimore, Maryland. And with me once again is Patrick Murphy. Patrick, you built this wonderful instrument here, or rebuilt the instrument that was here into this one. Tell me what this instrument was when you got here.
This was originally an 1860 W.B.D Simmons of Boston, Massachusetts. Always was a 3-manual, always lived here. And it served this parish for a very long time. In the 1930s, it was rebuilt in the prevailing style of the day by the Bartholomay company, which was a company in Philadelphia. At that time, the mechanism was replaced with an electro-pneumatic mechanism, again of that time on Bartholomay's own construction. They made a few other minor tonal changes. The biggest change was to raise the pitch of the organ by adding a pipe to everything to get it to A440. The organ suffered mightily from the rebuild in the 30s, and then it suffered mightily in the years after that. And the neighborhood, of course, didn't help. And so as fortunes dwindled, the organ fell in more and more into disuse. Fast forward to approximately 2008, the instrument failed one Easter Sunday. So that was the impetus to get the organ rebuilt. We were contracted to rebuild the instrument in 2010, and the rebuilding, basically they wanted to keep the tonal fabric of the instrument, the old sound, they wanted to keep it together. The case we did not do anything to. The pipe work we restored. However, mechanically it's a completely new instrument. New slider wind chests, we put it back on slider wind chests. New winding, a self-contained blower, a new console, new expression boxes. And the only liberty I took was I put the majority of the grate enclosed with the choir, which was not original. That gave it a lot more flexibility for a Catholic liturgy, and it's served us well. This is our another one of our signature low-profile consoles. This one's in Honduran mahogany, and it serves the parish very, very well.
Good. Well, I can't wait to hear some of it. You mentioned the grate being enclosed, so you built a new, bigger box that's capable of containing all of the choir and some of the grate that was previously out in the...
Yes, so actually there are 3 stops that are unenclosed, the 8-foot open diapason, the Clarabella, and the 16-foot double open diapason. They are across the front. However, the way that it is laid out is that the swell is on the far left, and then the choir is in the middle, and the grate is in the right, and the grate is enclosed with the choir. So there's 2 expression boxes across the instrument with the unenclosed grate across there. The pedal, the open wood, is on top on the roof of the swell box horizontally, speaking up, as well as the wood pipes of the violone are in the back of the organ horizontally, speaking through a tone chute opening that we provided within the case.
Okay. Well, I'd love to hear some of it, so we're going to start with those great stops that are out here.
Sure.
So this is the open diapason.
Correct.
It's a very warm sound.
Mm-hmm. Very round. It's very typical for a 19th century, mid-19th century instrument. It's bold, warm, but meant to fill a very sizable room.
But it's got some bright edge to it, and on top of that, then, well, we'll go back. That's the rest of it's inside as far as the principal chorus.
The principal chorus, the rest of it's inside.
We do have this 16-foot.
This is out in the open also. And then borrowed from the violone in the pedal.
So the violone's pedal. So everything from 8 foot up is
correct.
Is our 16 foot. With the 8 foot on top. And if I were to put the grate to grate 4 on, so that we get a 16, 8, and 4. getting a pretty big sound out of just those two stops
ranks,
on
that's
there,
right.
and they're all out here in the open, right, giving access to the room.
Right.
And then a clarabella is right up there with those as well.
Open flute, open wood flute. Of generous scale.
Very, a lot of color in it, but not a lot of attack or
That's right.
speech.
It's smooth. Everything's pretty smooth.
Yeah, it is. I like that one. It's very smooth sound. That's a good way to put it. Going inside the box, then we have a 4-foot flute harmonique right on top of that.
Right.
Again, a lot of color in that one.
It's a metal rank.
With the clarabella. Just all warm sounds and nice and smooth.
Right.
We also have a solutional inside the
Which
great
is
ones.
borrowed from the swell.
Oh, it's a swell solutional. Let's
Yes,
say
okay.
that. All right, so we're just going to keep going. I'll go back to the 4-foot octave then with the first open
Sure.
diapason. Nice clear sounds. And then we have a 2-foot 15th as
Correct.
well. And the 2-foot cuts through really nicely.
It does.
There's also a 12th to go inside that mixture. So then we have well, tell me about the mixtures in the grate.
There are two mixers on the grate, which is very interesting. There's a 2-rank mixture, which I believe is comprised of 1 1/3 and 1 foot, which is interesting for that period, I believe. Okay, and then there's a 3-rank Susquialtera mixture, which of course has a 3rd sounding rank, which was not unusual for that period. And it gives a bit of bite to the chorus.
So here's the full chorus with the 2-rank mixture. Let me try it with just the Susquialtera mixture. Especially down low, it's really got a lot of color.
That's right.
And if we actually put both of them on there, what do we get? I'm going to add the 16-foot just for. It's very colorful, but as you said before, it's an old sound. It's
old sound,
It's not
yes.
the brilliant Germanic sort of mixtures we're used to. It's
That's
more,
right, that's right.
Very different kind of warm chorus almost in that brilliance. So, and then we have some reeds here. Tell me about the reeds in the grate.
There are 2 reeds on the grate. The trumpet, T-R-U-M-P-E-T, is from the Simmons. That's an original stop. And then there is a tromba, which was an addition by the Bartholomay company, which we elected to keep. It plays as 8 on the grate. It also plays 16 in the pedal.
Okay.
So the trumpet, the original 1860, is a fairly brassy sound. The tromba is brassy, but it has more body to it. It's a larger scale, about half an inch larger than the trumpet. And so there's a bit of contrast because both reeds are enclosed. You can get some color out of it. And the tromba is available also on the choir.
Okay. Well, let's start with that trumpet then. It's big and bright. Of course, we can close that down.
Of course we did, exactly.
All right, and then comparing that to the tromba.
So the tromba is more of an English color, a darker color, of course, and sometimes you want that fullness. It adds as a thickener to the chorus, whereas the trumpet adds as a brightener to the chorus.
Exactly. I like that sound, that tromba, I think, by itself. But then again, if I had our chorus on with everything, including the mixture, really wanted to. Tromba fills it up, but the trumpet. I see what you're saying. It really adds a different kind of sound, different kind of completeness to the ensemble.
That's right. That's right.
Very well. That's everything in the grate. That's unique to the grate. And then we have the choir, like you said, right there in the right, mostly enclosed. We have Melodia, 8 foot.
Right.
First, open the box. It's very gentle and sweet little flute.
Sweet flute. It's clear. It's smooth, much like the clarabelle, but not as big.
And then we have a violin diapason at 8. I like that a lot.
Good accompaniment stop. You
Yeah, I
can use
can see
that
that.
for choral work.
Well, especially being able to close it down. Yeah.
Exactly.
And then a Dulciana in the choir.
Right. One of those whisper stops for the period, but add to the Undermaris and then close the box. It's holy smoke.
It's just barely there.
That's right.
With up an octave.
It's the Mysterium.
Very nice. And then we have a chimney flute at 4 foot.
Yes, this is a nice wooden, a metal stop with, those of you who are familiar with this period, the metal stop with the tunable ears on them.
And the box is open there. It's pretty soft.
It's quiet.
With the 4 foot Melodia, or 8 foot Melodia underneath it. The 8 foot really wins there.
That's right.
It's
That's right.
mostly
It
that.
does.
And then, of course, a 2 foot piccolo that could go on top of all of that.
It's non-harmonic.
It's a very, very brilliant. I like that. And then, of course, tremolo for the whole thing. Just what you need. And then
Clarinet.
2 reeds. The tromba is borrowed from the great, so our clarinet is our unique reed in here. A lovely sound, very, very bright.
It is bright. Not a big scale. It's a moderately small scale, but again, it's in. So I use the term scale. It is in scale with the rest of the division. Everything's sort of gentle, quiet, understated, but no less musical.
This is another one of those organs that the size of the case sort of downplays what surprises.
Yes.
How much
Yeah,
sound is
I would
coming
agree
out
with
of it.
that. Yeah,
And part of that's to do with the age of the instrument. That was just the style
sure.
of a quieter period when we didn't need.
This is 1860, and it was a quieter kind of instrument. Yes, especially.
All right, and then we come over to the swell. I'm going to start with the diapason in the swell. Make sure the box is open.
Must remember, of course, that we're hearing it up front, and that the room has a lot to do with how the sound blossoms.
So it may be a little bigger and
a little
brighter
bigger
out
down there.
It seems
yeah.
pretty demure up here.
It is. It is. But remember, in 1860, in the Catholic world, choirs had a lot more influence than congregational singing. And so this was really looked upon more of a musical accompanimental instrument. congregational singing, it can be done, but it's not necessarily
It's not-
how
wasn't
we
its
might
purpose,
imagine
yeah.
for other modern ears.
Okay. We have a stop diapason at 8 foot. Sounds lovely.
It's very colorful. It's one of the better ones, I think.
Yeah, it's very nice. And then 8 foot solutional. This is the same one that's borrowed to the grate.
Kind of a keen,
Yeah, really bright.
small, yeah, it's not very big scale. But certainly if you pair it with that,
Yeah, adding
and add the
principal.
open, and then of course,
It's a big warm sound there with all the eighths, but then
that's
our,
right.
Our Celeste
And
here.
of course, the usual Celeste.
Yeah, nice, very vibrant and bright there. I like that a lot. And then we have a 4 foot octave that goes with the
Right.
diapason. So let's hear
Paired with
those.
the 8 foot, yeah.
Hear these two together. Yeah, nice little chorus there, and then a 2 foot octavin on top of that.
Right.
Yeah, very clear, bright sound. I like that.
And then this mixture 2 rank, it's different than the mixture a little different than the mixture on the grape, but it does follow the Boston school of the period in that the mixture 2 rank is uses the 2 foot component to make a 2 foot 3 rank mixture.
Okay, so we're actually drawing on part of the 2 foot, or the
Yeah, in other
actual
words,
2
the
foot?
2 foot has been pulled out of the 2 rank mixture in the way if you lay it out on paper.
Oh, I see. So this is actually continuing.
Correct,
from there. I
correct.
see.
There's no doubling inside this 2 rank
Rather
mixture.
than having a 3 rank mixture with a 2 foot. It's
Correct.
I see. So if we add that to the chorus. Yeah, very nice, bright, complete sound. I like that a lot. Okay. Going back down, we left off the 4 foot traverse flute.
Yes,
Let's hear this.
lovely harmonic rank.
Very nice.
If you want to mellow out something. And close the box.
It's very nice. All right. We have 2 reeds in the swell as well now.
Right, and they're both quite different in style. The oboe is a leftover from the Bartholomay 1930. It's fully capped. It's very quiet. It is just a lovely little melody oboe, but not much of a chorus reed.
Okay. I see what you mean. Just this little bit of color
A
coming
little bit
through
of color,
there.
that's right. And then the cornopian is just a wide scale, large swell reed.
Nice big reed.
And then if you add the full chorus together, we'll just do that.
For just a swell chorus, that's pretty impressive.
And then the super coupler.
Wow.
That's with the super coupler and the Lieblich 16
Yeah,
added.
that's 16. Very nice. All right. That's everything in the manual divisions.
That's right.
So what do we have in the pedal?
The pedal is, of course, unified from approximately two stops. Let's see, an open wood, which is fairly typical, and in this case, this organ has a violone. There's no pedal board in here. So there's a violone 16 and then the Lieblich from the swell. So the open wood plays 16 and 8. The violone plays at 16 and 8. The Lieblich plays at 16 and 8. And then the trombone, which is from the great tromba, plays 16 and 8.
Okay. Well, let's just hear, you mentioned the open diapason is horizontal on the...
That's wood, it's open wood, yes.
And with its upper octave. Okay. Nice big full sound. The 16-foot violone. I would almost call that a Borden. It's not
Exactly. It's
edgy
very
sound.
smooth. It's metal. Pardon me, it's wood. It is wood.
It's got a little bit of brightness to it, but it's mostly that warm, smooth, soft.
That's right.
Just
That's right.
underpinning. And then with its 8-foot. Big full sounds, wonderful. This is a big room behind us, but it's doing a wonderful job with even just sort of softer sounds filling the room very well. And everything comes right out of this case, so it's an interesting old sound, like you said, but it's been brought into the modern world very well. So
Right.
I really like this instrument. I can't wait to spend
And
more time
then
with it.
this is, you might want to hear a few
Oh,
things.
we didn't do the bottom of the 16. We gotta do
No.
that.
Chocolate.
Yeah. Lovely.
And while this is from a 1930 work, it is not out of character what one may have found from an instrument from 1860. That period usually were trombones that were very, very dark, and just an underpinning is all they really provided.
But not over powerful either.
Not at all.
Right enough, just exactly what you need for this chorus.
Right. The instrument is speaking on a 3 1/4 inches of wind throughout. I take it back. The tromba and that pedal 16 we just heard, that is speaking on I believe 5 inches of wind. It was in the Bartholomay. It just simply was happier there, and we took advantage of that situation.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Watch your head. So over here, we're going to be underneath all three divisions. We're going to show you the great division first. Over here in the corner is the pedal trombone, which we spoke about earlier. These are the motors down below, and of course the resonators up top. Along the back wall horizontally is the pedal violone. The bottom 2, 4, 6 notes are all laying horizontally. They're gray. So, okay, and then we'll pop open a trap door. So we have the great near you, and then we have the choir. Pardon me. We are on the choir side. Choir's in the middle. Let me rephrase that. The choir's in the middle. Great reeds are to your one side, and the great chorus is to the far side. And the layout is such that it follows the roof line of the room. So that's why the bases are kind of away that way. Then the unenclosed grate is much the same. Well,
Well, Pat, thanks so much for showing me this wonderful organ here at the Catholic Community of St. Ignatius in Baltimore. It's a wonderful instrument. You've done a fantastic job keeping it playing, and hopefully it'll be playing for another 150 years.
yes, and thank you for that. And we want to certainly thank the Catholic community of St. Ignatius and Father Jim and the entire parish for maintaining this instrument and for allowing us to restore it. For it was without them and their support, this instrument would not be here. So we want to thank them wholeheartedly for the support of the instrument and encourage them to continue doing so.
Yes, I hope they will. They've got a wonderful gym here. It's been great to hear it. I also want to thank all of you who are sponsors of the Organ Media Foundation and help us make these videos possible. If you would like to become a sponsor, you can do that by going to organ.media and clicking on support. I'd also like to say thanks to APOBA, the Associated Pipe Organ Builders of America, of which Patrick J. Murphy Organ Builders is one of those member builders. This is a group of organ builders who uphold stringent standards in pipe organ building and design. If you need information about organ rebuilding, new organs, if you need an organ in your home, they can help you out. Just go to apoba.com to find your closest member builder. They can help you out. That's it for our videos from Baltimore. These are the only two we get to see today. Thank you so much, Pat, for showing us around this afternoon. And but please subscribe to our channel because we have more videos coming out very soon. And you can click the bell to get notifications when they come out. In the meantime, you can find streaming classical organ music on our 3 stations, organlive.com, Positively Baroque, and the Organ Experience. Till next time, I'm Brent Johnson. Thanks for watching.